Okay, let's dive right into this. We're going to talk about a habit that, let's be honest, so many of us have. Over-explaining. In the moment, it feels like the right thing to do, maybe even the polite thing to do, but afterwards, it can leave you feeling just drained, misunderstood, and like you've given away a little piece of your power. So today, we're breaking down how to get that power back.
I mean, who hasn't been there, right? You say no to a request, and then you immediately launch into a 5-minute speech justifying why. Or you share an idea, and then you feel this frantic need to soften it with a million little explanations. You walk away, replaying the whole thing in your head, just kicking yourself, wondering, why did I say all that? If that sounds even a little bit familiar, you're definitely in the right place.
So, first things first, we need to understand that this isn't just some quirky little habit. It's actually a trap, a cycle that we fall into that can seriously weaken our boundaries and, honestly, our own sense of self.
And this, right here, gets to the heart of it. The difference is all about the motivation. See, explaining is functional. It's about giving someone information they actually need. It's clear, it's direct. But over-explaining? Oh, that comes from a totally different place. That's all emotional. It's not really about giving them clarity. It's about getting validation for us. It's this quiet, subconscious plea that's saying, please, please approve of my decision. Please don't be mad at me.
And here is the absolute game changer in how we look at this. This habit, it didn't just pop up out of nowhere. For a lot of people, it wasn't even a choice. It's a deeply wired survival skill that your brain developed for a very, very good reason.
To really get to the root of why we over-explain, we've got to talk about this fascinating thing our brains do called hyper-awareness. Your brain isn't messing up. It's actually working on overdrive, trying its best to keep you safe. Think of hyper-awareness as having a super-sensitive social radar that's always on. It often develops when we're young, maybe in a home where we had to be really tuned in to the moods of the adults around us to feel safe. You learned deep down that sensing a tiny shift in the emotional weather and then quickly explaining yourself could calm things down or head off a conflict before it even started.
Do any of these sound familiar? You're the person who can walk into a room and immediately feel the vibe, good or bad. You're the one who replays conversations over and over, analyzing every little word for hidden meaning. It is absolutely exhausting, because this constant scanning is the engine that drives that urge to over-explain, to try and manage everyone else's feelings and reactions.
So, if the problem is this hyperactive brain trying to control every social situation with more and more words, what's the solution? Well, and this might sound a little backwards, the solution isn't about finding better words. It's about finding strength when there are no words at all.
I just love this. It completely reframes what we think being assertive means. We tend to picture someone being loud or demanding, but real, solid assertiveness, that's about clarity. It's about a quiet confidence that knows your decision, or your no, can stand on its own 2 feet without needing a 5-minute-long bodyguard of justifications.
Okay, so let's get practical. How do we actually do this? This brings us to the toolkit. 6 real, concrete steps you can start using like today to break this cycle for good. And here they are. It really starts with just stating your no once and then learning to sit in that silence that follows. It's about consciously making your answers shorter, trusting that the other person is smart enough to get it, and if they push, you just redirect the question. But maybe the most powerful tip here? End with a period. Deliver your statement like a fact, not an apology that's begging for a response.
Now, let's zoom out and tie this all together. These 6 steps, they're not just little communication hacks. They are powerful tools that all lead to one really important destination: reclaiming your own sense of being enough.
And this, right here, this is the core mindset shift we're aiming for. You do not owe anyone a legal defense for every single choice you make. No is not the beginning of a negotiation. It's the end of one. Internalizing this means you truly start to believe that you, just as you are enough. Your perspective is valid all on its own.
So I want to leave you with this question. Just imagine all the mental and emotional energy you spend right now, planning what you're going to say, over-explaining it, and then replaying it for hours. What if you just got all of that energy back? What would you create, or build, or simply enjoy with all of that newfound space in your head? That is the real prize here. That's the freedom you get when you finally trust your own voice.